How's it going, guys? My name is Alex.
Good evening.
And welcome to a full breakdown of eFootball 27 update video. Now, Konami dropped this Connect event. The maintenance will last for 18 hours, so you won't be able to log into the game, apparently. And this is, disappointment is one way to call it, but let's break it down. There's everything that you could have missed in the video. The feature number one is the tournaments, custom tournaments. We knew about this previously. When you're in a tournament, you can still play like certain games, but then you're gonna be getting this pop-up notification on top that your match is due to start. And the best part about this, that the person that started the tournament, that I can host, for instance, and I can do like giveaways, coin like prizes for that. Hopefully, of course, I won't be able to transfer my coins. I will have still to find a way to give you prizes outside of the game, which sucks, of course, ultimately. But the owner of the tournament can follow the game. This is all about the tournaments. They talk about the defensive fluid and attacking formations. Now you can play with 5 at the back when your team is defending, and when you're attacking, you can set up to a different formation. And that's where they talked about the new playstyles, and this is a little bit worrisome for those who have old cards. This is why probably Konami will be still in charge when it comes down to selling new players to you, because there's gonna be allegedly new playstyles only on new players, right? So when you're in attack, a player will have a playstyle of goal poacher, right? And then when a player has a playstyle of goal poacher, he will have also a playstyle of frontline pressure when you're defending, so he will be helping you in defense. That's how the new cards, and the card design is awful, by the way, but it is what it is. When you're gonna be interested in signing new cards, because allegedly they'll have these 2 playstyles, which is something that is just like abomination of AFC. And by the way, the playstyles, right? So they're just becoming more important than the stats. I'm afraid that we may be in the same territory here with the football. I don't know if Konami is gonna be updating the old cards with 2 playstyles. I doubt that they'll do that, but that's all we know, that for now, that playstyle of goal poacher will turn into like frontline pressure when it comes down to defending when you're off the ball. There's gonna be managers with 2 link ups. We'll talk about the managers later. We are progressing. The video lasts 17 minutes, and this is gonna be condensed review. When you talk about such small details that can be patched inside the game within like a week of an like a maintenance, like update of like few hours of maintenance, this is where people have been complaining. When you're applying a position token, you get the same position that the player already has, and now Wara update, and this is what they talk about in the 5th minute of their update video, right? They barely touched anything, and now position tokens are the most important update. It's just like very fraudulent. They talk about this new mini game that will become like daily game that will become a replacement for penalties, and you can see the gameplay of that. They collaborated with some design studio to create this I don't know, AI slop, in my opinion. Like, look at, you're trying to beat some Cyclops in a futuristic way, and also the skill moves will be performed with like 1 button too, so I don't know what's that for. And you need to dribble past these players and score a goal. As you can see, Messi performing Rabona pretty realistic, and sorry, flip-flops, and you score a goal, and you get progression. For the first lap, you get Aubameyang. I'll show you the card very soon. Dynamic volley, we've seen this before, now a little bit more footage for that. So every time the ball is mid-air and your player is about to hit that with the standing shot, you're gonna be getting bicycle kick, overhead kick, scissors kick, whatever you name it, depending. I mean, it's a great update, but that's something that should have been in the game for years. Now, scoring an overhead kick in this game has been pretty scarce. Now you're gonna be probably scoring more of these, and the animations are great. They show animations on mobile, and also when it comes down to this type of chips, and I experienced that a lot because I like to play over-the-top passes, chips, all skulls type of a chip, and before I needed to wait for the ball to drop on the ground, and by the time if you are applying your shot command a little bit late, the defender obviously usually heads the ball to the goalkeeper, and now the motion of that shooting will be activated instead of like a weak header. They added a few new motions, which is, I mean, so subtle. You can only notice that probably when you're playing yourself, and this is for attack and for like I believe in defense too, but sometimes this is mostly for attack, I believe, right? So you turn, and you can see the player just turning. I mean, I don't really see any difference here. This is for mobile. And apparently it will help your players make better runs and score these types of goals, right? the through balls in the channels or down the middle, and you score a goal. So this is pretty uninspiring, if you ask me. And yeah, so kicking motions as well have been updated. So this on mobile, and yeah, this is the chip and a pass, and you can see the body position is slightly different. And they also updated the goalkeeping animations too, so you can see the goalkeepers. Sometimes they don't parry the ball here, they would usually parry, and look at goalkeeper spreading legs to stop that shot from going in a 1-on-1 scenario. And yeah, so this is nothing really fancy here, and it's all in terms of gameplay. Like, that's where the gameplay updates end. That's all. I mean, that's for something that has been developed, you would assume, for a year. That's pretty uninspiring. That's why this game is not called eFootball 27. That's why it is version 6 update. So they also added this menu, right? As you can see, these bubble gums, like type of, like, I don't know, My Little Pony type of color scheme. You can see Messi and Yamal doing keepy-uppies here, and that's where they still be ambassadors of the game. And this is just some footage of the partnered clubs, and it's nothing special, man. We don't get new partnered clubs. As you can see, this Arsenal, Manchester United, you get Inter still, and Milan, is, of course, Borussia. There is no new clubs, right? No new partnered clubs, as far as I'm concerned. Some Turkish teams, Galatasaray, Fenerbahce as well. And you can see that they're showing the footage. And like all the players that are finishing their career at this point in the clubs. And of course, Salah. I assume that you're gonna be getting dynamic background. I'm not sure though. Maybe it will look like this, like when you're opening the game. That's how the logo of the icon of the game will look like on mobile. And yeah, I mean, just like bubblegum type of scenario. And they talk about how the partnered clubs of Konami have won their respective leagues, and that's great. But let's talk about what's new in the game, right? When you log in, you get some cards as presents. You get some pretty poor Manchester United cards, and maybe some OP cards from Barcelona. There's Jules Koundé, there's Frenkie de Jong. They can be usable. Of course, Rafinha will be probably pretty slow, or he won't have enough balance as usual. And then Manchester United cards, I don't think that any of these will be usable as usual. Overload playstyle with Frank Lampard. I don't know the price. It could be 750 coins. And he will have like the model on the pitch, which is great. So that's why you pay coins for that. That's why I saved coins. I want to try Overload playstyle. I want to get to Division 1 with that. Interesting that they added a new playstyle. Will it be just as powerful as long ball counter? Will be able to crush long ball counter? We'll find out. And yeah, that's how the Frank Lampard card will look like, the manager card. They talk about overall playstyle. There's really nothing new that we haven't known before. I mean, it's better to try it before even just figuring out what's that just by just broken English type of explanation. And in addition to that, that's how Aubameyang card will look like for the daily game. I don't I wouldn't mind that card, of course, especially when you're starting out the game. This could be a very pacey goal poacher, I assume, and in a combination like with someone like Wayne Rooney that you could have signed just a few days ago, it could be an interesting combo up front. They also added a Chelsea pack with Gary Cahill and Diego Costa, so two new legends appear, and Diego Costa will have some kind of like edged booster. I don't know what that means. I don't think that you can apply 3 boosters on him, because allegedly you can see on this image there's 2 boosters, but that certain booster that he will get, the second one, will significantly, according to Konami, improve certain stats of a player. He has phenomenal finishing, bullet header, aerial fort, long range tackle on Gary Cahill. The card design, by the way, is woeful. I mean, it's just so bad. I don't like neither this classic one that we've seen Aguero appearing in, nor I just despise that. What are these colors? What is this? I mean, it's just so bad. Why is this green color? Why am I looking at some servers type of like, I don't know, from Matrix? I don't know. It's just bad. Then Antonio Conte with 2 link ups, and he gets over the top pass C and 1-2 cut in B, so you can apply that on your cards. We don't know which playstyles are compatible for that. And the ambassadors pack, you buy it with real money on console, because according to like the explanation, right, you get the some trainers items, some players. This is how Messi card will look like. This is how Yamal card would look like. And on top of that, you get some props as well. You can display a banner of the pack that you've bought. But look at the editions, right? You have the deluxe edition and the regular edition. That's what we had last year. And on mobile, you could buy that with coins, but the purchase bonus wouldn't include coins, because like, what's the point of buying something with coins and getting coins back? That's where Konami wants you to buy it with real money. So most likely the detail, like the packs, whatever the pack will include for mobile, there will be no coins, and for console you'll have to buy it with real money, and then you'll get coins back as return. So it will most likely cost like $15 to $20 or euros, like it was last year. And it could be the same case for mobile too. So you will maybe have to buy it with real money too. So then there is this code that you get a free chance on Chelsea pack. You don't need to enter this right now, because it will start working from August 14th. Get one free chance deal on the Chelsea pack, allegedly 150 players. So I mean, sometimes you're lucky with that, and that's it. And then at the end over here, they talk about smart assist. They read the series data, and apparently they recognize that smart assist is not a pleasant environment, quote unquote, for people to play. So that's why there's still gonna be a separation in divisions. Will they introduce that in events, which would be cool as well? They didn't cover that, and that's it. That's the end. And also at the end they say, just pay a visit to our coin store, coin discount. That's just so pathetic, man. I mean, that's so poor from Konami. I can tell for a fact if that's what they talk about here. They really, like, they made allegedly, right, 66 million of the packs during the World Cup. I mean, of course, buying like Premier League license will cost you $500 million. That's a lot of money. I'm not saying that they should have acquired like Premier League license, which would have been cool, by the way. But at the same time, just like one cheeky additional club, right? Maybe do an El Clasico, buy the license for Real Madrid. But I think it's very difficult given that EAFC has the licenses. They have been bought out by Saudis. So the investment will be there still, even if they, like, I don't think they need that, but I mean, I don't know why they just decided to sell out. But yeah, that's what you get in eFootball 27. Let me know, are you excited for the update, or you just, I mean, I didn't expect much, but even then I really thought that there's gonna be some gameplay improvements other than the playstyle that we knew about before. And of course we expected the managers, expected the rewards, but I mean, I wanted to be surprised. But Konami just thinks that the game is in a great state, and they noticed probably that there's interest from EAFC players. I'm gonna be making a video, like a beginner video for people who want to start eFootball at 27 as well. And if you're an FC player, I think it's still gameplay-wise, it's just a superior game. But of course, in terms of content, I mean, they just don't show any sign of improvement for eFootball 27. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time.